November 23rd, 2019, Saturday, and I just wanted to mention something that I noticed is that all the stellar cores that came through and that the red planet moved to the rising of the sun instead of the setting that makes the purple in atmosphere. When its light affects our atmosphere, when it's on the horizon or sunset, it moved to the horizon now in the southeast instead of setting in the west. So that one moved along with the stellar cores that came through in the last few days in the southwest here in Arizona. And they all moved towards the northeast, except for that red planet that's in our atmosphere that makes it kind of purple and kind of red at sunset, is now in the sunrise. Okay, so I decided that what has happened is that that planet, that striped planet, is coming around our Earth, and that must be the Nibiru planet next. And it's coming around our Earth again because it does in the spring and the fall. And somehow its gravity is moving all the planets that are around our Earth over to the northeast. So seeing the red ones on the east side of the sun, you know, as we look at the sun at the sunrise, instead of the west side of the sun at the sunset. Uh, so everything is moved to the east. So this striped planet, I don't know where it's at, but on the internet it was mentioned that it was seen somewhere. It must be the culprit of uh, the spring and the fall from April to May, and from October to November. It was coming around our Earth and bringing lots of wind and storms and things. So what's happened is fall, but it's 2 weeks later, and it's coming around our Earth again. So I believe that the planet we're looking for that's coming around our Earth and causing all the trouble and moving all these stellar cores, because that's what made me uh, think that this might be the case. So these stellar cores are moving because of the striped planet. So now's the time to get out your telescopes and your, uh, you know, the movie cameras that you can see uh, and get a picture, a video of the striped planet, um, and follow its movements around the Earth and determine how close it is to Earth and what it's doing, because I've been keeping track of it for years, um, of these planets coming in and out of the Earth, but finally they came in a 17th state, these stellar cores. But I didn't know they were affected by this bigger planet coming by until now. But it only recently they all came into the Earth, these stellar cores, um, these bigger ones, you know, that were by the sun and stuff. So, so what the point I'm trying to make is that I believe that this striped planet may be the planet X or Nibiru that we've been looking for. So if you can get pictures of it or videos of it, would be great, and put them up on the internet so everybody can see what the main planet, what it's causing, what it's doing. So every April to May and every October to November, it comes around the Earth. And because of these stellar cores, we're able to now see its path because the stellar cores are moving because of the gravity of this planet and these stellar cores. So, um, so it's either, right now, I don't know where it's at, so it's either on the northeast side of the planet, or it's on the southwest planet. So it's either pushing or pulling. So if it just came in, which may be the case on the southwest, it could be pushing gravity-wise these planets around to the northeast. Um, so I just wanted to mention that. So it's just a thought I was thinking about, some thoughts I was thinking about of this big planet. So we finally found the culprit, I think, and it's this striped planet. And years ago, I seen some pictures on the internet about a planet, which I believed it was a real planet. Someone took pictures of in Australia, and I can never find it again. But that was many, many years ago, back in like 13 or 14. And I saw these pictures, and it was a planet, and it wasn't Jupiter, but it was a planet, and it was by Australia in the South Pacific, and it was real pictures, and it showed it really good. Somebody had a real good camera, and they took some really good pictures of it, but I never could find it again. I still look for it today, but you know, I can't find it. Somehow I should have saved it, but I didn't. So it came in on the uh, southwest side at that time. So it's probably still coming in on the southwest and going around, to the northeast and then going back out. Um, but it's still doing it every spring and fall, which I didn't know it was doing that. And like I said, the only way I know that it's doing that now is because of these planets moving. So there we go. We finally found out the Planet X and Nibiru planet, and it's that striped one. Now that red one is pretty big too, but it's in our atmosphere, but not all the way completely in our atmosphere, but I think partially because it's so big. And I think that's why we can see it faintly. But that one moved to the east side of the sun, and it wasn't there before, so it moved because of Planet X too. So, just some thoughts I want to share with you.